modelling involves much more than looking good on camera.
I'm waiting to be discovered.
Nowadays, no one waits to be discovered. It's all about getting yourself out there on sites like Instagram.
There's a lot of, could you post this? Should we put in a certain number of agreed posts over a period of time?
We use it to collaborate with all sorts of different brands.
But some models are worried about how the industry is changing and wonder if the personal social media accounts of models are being exploited to sell clothes.
They're kind of a new reality star of the internet and they have to come across as a certain persona.
Do you think there's anything wrong with that?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with it, especially for people who don't know a lot about the modeling industry.
Hi. Madeline, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for coming along. Nice to meet you.
No problem, nice to meet you.
Can we take a selfie?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Madeline Hale knows a thing or two about modelling. Scouted on the street at 14, she spent years working in places like Japan. She's seen big changes in the industry, especially in the past year.
Like the new supermodels are these kind of Instagram supermodels, like Gigi Hadid, Karlie Kloss, Jordan Dunn. I feel like nowadays that's the marker of a model's success, is how many followers they have on social media.
We've come to Storm Modelling Agency in London, which represents big names like Jordan Dunn, to find out what it takes to make it.
Personality, charisma, stuff that comes across in a social media feed that people respond to, that's getting more and more important. We use our channels to support them as well, so we'll retweet and repost all their good things and share the audience and hopefully grow everyone's audience. We don't want to prescribe and tell people you must say this or you must say that. As soon as it sounds a bit contrived, I'm sure it would go really wrong, and we don't believe in that.
It's not just creating a persona, but using that to endorse products, which is now a large part of how models and other celebrities use social media. That commercial relationship is set to change even more as sites like Instagram and Pinterest look into launching features which will allow people to shop within the apps, buying directly from models' personal pages.
What will then happen is that the model will become part of the sales process and will probably have an affiliate deal with the brand, because if you can generate that much sale and that much income, then you get to share it.
But this is where the alarm bells ring for people like Madeline Hale, who aren't convinced the industry is being transparent.
It's kind of this constructed authenticity. Models now have to post pictures of themselves that project this certain lifestyle. Kind of like they're making this own reality show of themselves on the internet that they want people to see and they want people to think is real, when in reality it's not. You want to project into the world as someone who's, cooler than the everyday person, and the everyday person wants to aspire to that. But, it's sad because the everyday person might not know that that's not necessarily that realistic.
On the flip side, social media has empowered models to build and take control of their own careers. It's opened up new opportunities for people who would not necessarily have made it to the catwalk in the past.
They're kind of famous from their Instagram profiles themselves. So they're beautiful girls, but they're usually shorter than the average model, like 5'5", 5'6". But they have huge Instagram followings, and they're also making money.
Natasha Oakley and Devin Brugman built a social media empire on Facebook and Instagram before being signed by an agency. Now they have millions of followers and travel the world modelling swimwear in exotic locations.
We would go to agencies and be turned down because we were just another, pair of commercial models trying to make it in the industry. So we kind of just took things into our own hands and modelled for our own brand, and I guess that really caught the attention of the agencies.
So how close to reality is the amazing life they depict on social media?
Everything is an actual true representation of what our lives are like. But there's like an entire behind the scenes that gets really crazy and really hectic, and we haven't actually shown that to our followers at all until recently when we started using our Snapchat.
So as agencies actively sift through social media to find the next big thing, the lines between fiction and reality continue to cross into each other.